Now I have one desire left, to see you king. More wine? Oh, men coveted this talon once. Henry was 18 when I met him, and I was Queen of France. He came down from the north with a mind like Aristotle and a form like mortal sin. We shattered the commandments on the spot. I spent 3 months annulling Louis, and then in the spring, in May, not far from here, we married young Count Henry and his Countess. But 3 years later, I was his queen, and he was King of England, done at 21. 5 years your junior, General. No doubt the picture of your parents being fond does not hang in your gallery, but we were fond. There were no rivals then, only me. Then along came young Henry, and you and all the other flowers in my garden. Yet, if I had been sterile, darling, I would be happier today.
One of the unsolved mysteries of life, the unsolved mystery of my life, is why the vicar's wife is expected to go to church at all. A barrister's wife doesn't have to go to court. An actor's wife doesn't have to go to every performance. So why have I always got to be on parade? Not to mention the larger question of whether one believes in God in the first place. It's assumed that being the vicar's wife one does, but the question has never actually come up. Not with Geoffrey, anyway. I can understand why, of course. To look at me, the hair, the flat chest, the one smile, you'd think I was just cut out for God. And maybe I am. I'd just like to have been asked, that's all. Not that it matters, of course. So long as you can run a tight jumble sale, you can believe in what you like. It could be that Geoffrey doesn't believe in God either. I've always longed to ask him, only God never seems to crop up. Geoffrey, I'd say. Yes, Susan? Do you really believe in God? I mean, cards on tables, you don't, do you? Honestly, God's just a job like any other. Got to bring home the bacon somehow. But no, not a word. The subject's never come up.
Our revels now are ended. These are actors, were, as I foretold you, all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherits, shall dissolve, and, like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep.
Oh no! I've got 2 jobs! How did that happen? You gotta concentrate, haven't you? With 2 jobs, core, I mean, I can do it as long as I don't get confused. But I do get confused easily. But I don't get confused that easily. Yes, I do. I'm my own worst enemy. Stop being negative. I'm not being negative. I'm being realistic. I'll screw it up. I always do. Who screws it up? You! You're the role model for village idiots everywhere. Me? You're nothing without me. You're the cock-up. Don't you call me a cock-up, you cock-up. You slapped me. Yes, I did. And I'm glad I did. Ouch! Not there. Good. Well, you started it.
At the end of it, old Scrooge is better than his word. He does it all, and infinitely more. He becomes as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as this good old city knows, or any other good old city, town, or borough in this good old world. Some people laughed to see the alteration in him, but he lets them laugh, and he doesn't heed them. For he is wise enough to know that nothing ever happened on this globe at which some people did not have their fill of laughter. His own heart laughs, and that's quite enough for him. It's always said of Scrooge that he knows how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possesses that knowledge. May that be truly said of us and all of us. God bless us, everyone.